Hello everyone, that Manga Kid here to do a review of Boy Meets Maria by Peyo, P-E-Y-O, not sure how to pronounce that, but this is a 7 Seas release, single volume, and unfortunately this very young mangaka has passed away, I believe at the age of 23. So unfortunately, we won't get to see how this mangaka kind of blossoms into a mature creator, but I am glad that 7 Seas did publish this work. I was very intrigued by this work. I think the cover caught my eye immediately. The kind of playing with gender norms and expectations and that sort of premise really intrigues me. This mangaka supposedly was somebody who existed outside of the gender binary themselves. And so that would make this technically like an own voices sort of work. So all of those things intrigued me and made me want to purchase this and read it. I was not expecting what happened in this volume. I was expecting like a really, slice of life, beautiful story about, somebody meeting someone who exists outside of the gender binary and kind of, learns and grows with them and whatnot. And that's sort of what this is, but it's also a lot darker than that. And so basically, our main character is Taiga. He is really, really into acting. He's not super good at it, but he's into it. And so he starts school and he wants to join the drama club. And he's kind of bad at acting, but he's so passionate. And so he happens to see Maria performing on stage, dancing, super gorgeous, like beautiful, captivating, mysterious, all of these things. He's instantly smitten. Comes to find out that Maria is actually a boy. Or so he's told. And so we are kind of watching Taiga trying to figure out this other human, who they are, what their life kind of consists of, and how they live. And we're also watching Maria kind of explore gender kind of now as a almost adult, but also we learn about the backstory and why this person exists the way that they do and why they present the way that they do and all of their hopes and dreams and aspirations and how their past has influenced all of that. And it's quite heartbreaking. I did not expect a lot of the things that happen in this story. I think that you can tell reading this that the person who wrote it was very young, and not like fully kind of fleshed out and knew kind of what their voice was. There's a lot of kind of confusing sort of aspects to this that I think that with time, this creator had so much potential to learn and grow, and unfortunately, that's just not possible. And so we are left with this work that seems very raw, and I just don't think it lived up to the full potential that it could have been However, again, like I said, as I was reading it, I could tell that the person who wrote it was very young and had not written much at this point. And that's not a bad thing. It's just an observation. I would say my favorite part of this is our main character, Taiga's kind of over-enthusiastic attitude towards life in general. I think it's very much of a breath of fresh air to see all the people around him, these pessimistic high schoolers, being like, dude, you need to calm down. And he's like, but life though, life is so great though. And I think it's just refreshing and kind of, you know, comedic, but then also clearly it's having a negative effect on some people, namely Maria. But I just found it very interesting. I found their dynamic interesting. The artwork, I love that page. I think it's just really gorgeous. But yeah, the artwork is pretty good. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was different and fun. I think there's some really fun kind of faces, and he's just a really expressive character, juxtaposed with Maria, who is very calm and kind of collected and mysterious. Yeah, I think he's just very funny. I think this main character is great. And I think this is worth picking up and worth reading if you like to collect like LGBT stories. Now, I will go into a little bit of a trigger warning here. If you don't want any spoilers at all, and you don't care about trigger warnings, then thanks for watching. Have a great time. Go pick this up, read it yourself, whatever. I've warned you, I'm going to go into a bit of a spoiler at this point, just in case you need a trigger warning, because this caught me so off guard. So this story has a very decently graphic, like you don't see anything, but you watch it happen. You're reading it as it's happening. A very graphic depiction of child sexual assault and violence during the assault. And I think that, like, I just wasn't expecting that at all. And it really, really, really made me feel sick. Just because I was like, wow, that was a horrible, horrible thing. It just left me feeling really, really bad. To the point where I I read this all in one sitting, but I had to put the book down for a second and like take a drink of water and, really, take a deep breath and then continue, because I'm like, okay, what's going to happen next? So yeah, it really shocked me, because this cover, everything I knew about this, which it wasn't very much. I didn't know too much about it. I don't look for spoilers or anything, but it was just very shocking. And again, it's not to say that it shouldn't have been there, or, it's not my place to say what this creator should or should not have put in here. It's their story that they wanted to write. But yeah, it was very, I don't know, maybe I'm blowing it out of proportion or something, but I've read a lot of really messed up stuff, and this is, maybe it's just because of I just wasn't expecting it from this. When I pick up Goodnight Poon Poon, or, like Lychee Light Club, or, something by a creator that I'm just expecting something gross to happen and to be uncomfortable, then that's one thing. I just wasn't expecting it from this. I was expecting this to be like a slice of life queer story, and it really caught me off guard. So all of that being said, I do recommend this title, but I would say be aware. of that. If you've read this, I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you have extra thoughts above and beyond mine, or you have thoughts about anything that I spoke about, please let me know. And yeah, thanks for watching.